Well, this all happened very fast. I'm going to do what I always do every live and take a second to social media this. Also, to let people wondering, because I didn't announce anywhere that I was going live. I just decided to do it. Let's see. Cute. Oh, goodness. I can't type. Oh, it's been a while. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'll stop being rude in 2 seconds. Oh my God, Remy drilled on my phone. Okay, so that's one. That's Instagram. Now let's do YouTube. Not YouTube, I'm on YouTube. Twitter. I just ate so much food and I hope I don't get gassy on camera. I didn't plan this at all. Come bang out? Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't type. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello. Ooh, I just put on some Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I feel the tingle. It like snuck up on me. Okay, we've tweeted. Hello, everyone. Hi. Long time no see. I hope I look okay. This is a lot. This is the makeup I put on 13 hours ago to go to work. So I might not be looking great, but hello, everyone. As the name suggests, a lot has happened. Remy! But I'm back. That's actually one of the things that has happened. If you don't follow me on my Twitter or Instagram, two really big things have happened. One, I got married. Oh, I'm legally married now. I am a Mrs. Matt is officially Mr. Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. That has happened. And the other thing, I don't know if he'll make an appearance or not. As of Halloween, Matt and I are dog parents. We adopted a rescue dog who his name is Remington. We call him Remy. Remy! He's asleep on the couch right now. He had a long day of being loved. He was, when we went to meet him, we were told he was a bull mix, but we're fairly convinced he's a bull boxer mix, just based on his size, his temperament, lots of stuff like that. Other people who look at him be like, is that a bull boxer? So we're fairly convinced he's a bull boxer. He is the cutest ever. He is the light of my life. I actually didn't know I could have this much love in my heart for an exterior being until we got Remy. So, and I know that sounds like I'm being facetious or I'm exaggerating. I mean that 1,000%. I truly didn't know I could love a being as much as I love my dog. And it's just, he's been the light of our lives. It's been so long overdue. He's everything. So I figured we could talk about that stuff today because I wanted to sit down and do a video, but then I didn't. So we're here. Are my teeth okay? I just ate. And I had this spontaneous idea of like, I should go live. And that's where we are right now. My alcove's a mess like always. New makeup I'm testing. Oh my God. Don't look at my mailing address. Good thing that was blurry. New makeup kind of here. Box of Halloween decorations that I never put away is here. All stuff I'm trying is kind of floating around here. It is what it is. I'm keeping one ear off so I can hear my dog. So yeah, Matt and I got officially married, finally, October 9th. The 10th was our 10-year anniversary. And it was perfect. It was exactly what we wanted. It was right before COVID cases started to really spike back up again. We took lots of beautiful photos thanks to my friend Dominica. They're all on my Instagram at Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. The dress is amazing. I know everyone wanted to know about the dress and the makeup. It was truly like us, 3 other people at City Hall, and it was perfect. And then we got cider afterwards, ate a lot of takeout. It was just everything I wanted. It was actually Hannah Smoky Glow, Hannah and Charles and my best friend Anthony and then us, and everyone had been recently COVID tested. It like really couldn't have worked out better. And it all happened outdoors, so we were able to like social distance as well. It was just perfect. Loved it. I'm so happy that happened. And I look at my wedding ring every day and I'm like, holy shit, I got married. And then we have been looking for a dog basically since we moved a year and a half ago. Just checking on him. Because he could get rambunctious this hour and he could not. It could go either way. But we went on a really long walk today when I got home from work. So I'm hoping he's good. The story with Remy, though, we were, hi everybody also. I didn't mean to bulldoze over everyone. If I don't start talking, I'll never get my piece out. With Remy, we had been looking for a dog forever. I had constantly been emailing about dog listings at like local rescues and like on Pet Finder and blah, blah, blah. And I was emailing back and forth with someone from our local humane society about another dog, and then they were describing the dog back to me, and I just don't think it was going to be a good fit based on our lifestyles, based on what we were able to give. And then I just happened to be browsing the website, and Remy's listing had just posted, and I was like, oh, what about Remington? And they were like, he's brand new to us, he's meeting another family this day at this time, but if it doesn't work out, we can see you afterwards. And we were like, okay, let's try. And then that family no-showed, and we met him, and it was like love at first sight. He's perfect. He is such a good boy. He has such a good temperament. He's so smart. He's so goofy. He had already been through obedience training. He's crate trained. He's potty trained. He listens really well. He's a cuddler. He's a love bug. He's the best. He's so smart and so silly. Now that it's been a little bit over a week, his personality's really starting to come out, and he's just so silly. He's always next to us. He's probably mad that I'm not on the couch with him right now. He sleeps in the bed with us. He's just such a good boy. He's 2. From what I understand, his last owner adopted him from the same rescue as a puppy and then brought him back because he got too big. And the rescue was kind of saying that what they think happened is this person thought he would stay like small and bulldog size, and then he got to be like 60 pounds, and they brought him back. And like I said, he had already been through obedience training. He had already been potty trained, crate trained, knows all his commands, so good. And it truly was like love at first sight. Like we met him and I was like, we're going home with this dog. And it felt like he had been ours the entire time. It truly feels... Remy! Oh my God, do you hear me talking about you? He likes to look out the window and bark at nothing, which is fine. Good protecting, bud. He's such a big love bug. He does stay out of my plants. He's so good. We leave shoes on the ground. He doesn't care about shoes. He knows what's his toys and what isn't. He's also very food motivated. So if we eat, he won't beg. He'll beg and stare at us the whole time. He's so good. He's lazy. He has the right amount of energy. He goes on a bunch of walks. He's the best dog for us. We have been wanting a bully breed, and he's perfect. Remy, can you come make an appearance, or are you going to sleep? We'll be lucky if he wanders over here. But if you go on my Instagram or my Twitter, there's 8 million photos of him because I'm deeply in love with him. So he's the best. We have been, like Rachel asked, have we been wanting a pup, or did it just happen? Both. We have been wanting a dog for a long time, and then it just kind of happened. I just happened to be browsing the rescue's website at work, and then I saw his listing, and it all happened real fast. And it was like the day the listing was posted. He's the best dog. Audra, I always Marco Polo with Audra at home, and Audra was saying like it feels like I skipped timelines, and like he was always here, and I was always Marco Poloing Remy updates and stuff like that. And I feel like that. I feel like we jumped timelines, and he was always here. Like. I feel like Matt and I are like more excited that we have Remy than that we got married, because nothing really changed once we got married, except that we both wear different rings now, or more rings in my case, and legal paperwork, and like Matt has to change his last name to and Fat Hips. But with Remy, it's like our whole lives have changed the best possible way. Like we're both so much happier, and we've gotten on such a strict routine for his sake, And our communication's a lot better because we have to care for this other being besides us. And it's just been such a great experience. So, Matt and Fat Hips, that's a great rate to it. Yeah, I think the last place we left off with me on this channel was a mental health update, and I had been saying that I'm in therapy and I'm starting medication and that things were going really well for me. And then, like, the next week, medication did not go very well for me. I actually ended up having a terrible reaction to that medication that I was trying at that time. Had to reconfigure everything about my life. My job got really weird in the process. Not bad weird, just like a lot's happening at work even currently. Got married, got the dog. Like, it was like a lot of successions of like lots of things happening. My camera broke at one point. Like, I was ready to come back weeks ago, but my microphone went. My camera kind of bit the dust. All kinds of things had to work out. And I wanted to be back like weeks ago. It just didn't work out. But I'm here now. So, it's good seeing my mom back in front of a camera. I feel good. I feel ready. I think it's good to like purge all of this information onto you all. So that way I can just film like nothing happened this weekend and everything could be fine. I'm so distracted by this. Don't look at it. But other than that, that's all I had to say to you guys. I'm not going to hop off because it's been 11 minutes. But for anyone watching on the replay, that was like my little life update. And this time it only took 11 minutes. Normally it takes me like 25 minutes, half hour, 40 minutes to get all my shit out. But I'm doing good. Like, summed up, too long didn't read. I'm doing really good. Mental health is good. Job's good. Still getting used to a 9-to-5 schedule. It's been weird. Marriage is good. Dog is good. Life is good. That's where we are. Have you been enjoying your promotion at work? I have. Thank you. It's been so much better for my mental health. I don't know if I want to be at this job forever, but for right now, I think it's where I need to be. So we're good. What's on my lips right now? The Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade 009 Topaz. It's supposed to be a plumping gloss. Am I plumpy? I love the applicator. It's like a Fenty wand. And it kind of has a Fenty consistency. And I do feel the plumping a little bit. These are so good. I ordered like a bajillion shades of this. Thank you everyone for the well wishes and the nice stuff and all my friends that are here. I know I saw Alex, I saw Audra, I saw Hannah Smith Glow Hannah. I saw a bunch of people I love in here. I feel like I need to make Alex have a wrench. Hi, everybody. Damn it, first HLP. I've been up and now you. I wish Maybelline were cruelty free. Yeah, anything Hannah Louise posts and Hannah buys, I'm always like, okay, I'll like immediately text her and be like, give me the tea on this. And I feel like vice versa. I love that about our friendship. If it does plump, you can be spooky, plumpy lips and fat hips. That's just like fat lips and fat hips. Which, what was it? Teresa actually got a comment recently that was referring to me. And I forget what I was called. I think I was called fat lips and shaky hips in this comment. And she sent it to me and I lost my damn mind. So, advice needed. Do I skip the Sephora sale this year? I'm only VIB. I allowed myself to get one thing. It was a large one thing, but I got it. And that was it. I feel like if there's not anything that's on your wish list that you were going to buy anyway, I wouldn't. I would skip the sale. Because that was the thing. I was going to buy this thing regardless if it was on sale or not. So it just happened to be perfect timing. And that thing, of course, was the new Natasha Denona palette because I'm trash. So other than that, I was like, should I get backups of things? Blah, blah, blah. Hold on, motorcycles are about to go by. Maybe it's just a singular motorcycle. It is. It is 7:52 on a Monday, my guy. Remy also does not care. What was I going to say? Yeah, I bought the new Natasha Denona palette, and that was the one thing where I was going to get it regardless. It just happened to release when I could get it for 20% off, so that's it. I was going to be like, oh, maybe I should get backups of like my eyeliner and my face oil. Who cares? I'll get it when I run out of those things. It's fine. Especially now that I have Remy, my urge to like shop for the sake of shopping is definitely minimizing, because I would rather have that money in case he needs it than like have more stupid shit. Like how much I have so much goddamn makeup. I'm not saying I'm going to stop buying makeup, but I would rather tuck that away in case we need it. Like, you know, God forbid, but that's just how I am. Let's see. Oh, everyone's asking me about the Natasha Denona palette. Well, I kind of want to review it like in a real YouTuber sense. I will say they're like work appropriate duochromes in my opinion. I have this on today. I have the bottom row with a green eyeliner today, and I definitely saw the shift when I was at work. I saw like to me, looking down at this looks green, but in the monitor I can see it's pink. It's very cool. I think this is like a really good introduction to multi-chromes, excuse me. I kind of wanted to compare this to other things in my collection. Look at me, I sound like a real YouTuber, like I'm back. Maybe that'll be my inspiration. Someone also asked me about the Butane palette. I'm supposed to be receiving it in PR, which also sounds like a very beauty guru thing to say. I was going to buy it regardless, but then I got the message from the owner that I was on the PR list, which I'm very grateful for. Betty Jean, thank you so much. I love you if you're watching this. So I don't have it yet. I'm very excited to get it. I see other people's orders are coming in. I'm actually very glad that the people who purchased it are getting their orders first because they deserve it. So I'll get it when I get it, but I'm very excited for it, and I think it's beautiful. I don't think Betty Jean could have done a better job possible. It's fantastic. I can't wait to stick my phalanges all up in it because I love the Shroud Cosmetics formula. The new Raw Beauty Christy collab. I'm pretty excited about the Raw Beauty Christy collab. 1, packaging's everything. 2, the photo shoot was everything. Christy being pregnant in the woods, look at that gown, everything, absolutely everything. And I'm definitely more excited for this than I was the Pure palette because I feel like this collab feels more Christy. Not that I know Christy as a person, but I have been like a fan for a very long time. It feels more like something she made. It feels like she's more excited about this. It feels like I would look at that and be like, oh, it's a Raw Beauty Christy palette. Like the second I saw the promo pictures before they said who it was and it was mushrooms, I was like, that's got to be Raw Beauty Christy. Whereas the Pure palette kind of felt like fan service in a sense that it almost felt like what could they make to appeal to Raw Beauty Christy fans for the sake of them having a Raw Beauty Christy collab, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And Christy's like, no, I poured my heart and soul into this. But I'm sure she did. I did get my hands on it. It was only okay. If it wasn't Raw Beauty Christy, I wouldn't have bought it. Just that. But I'm excited for this Color Pop palette. I'm excited for the glosses and the eyeliners. The eyeliners, as we can all see, I'm in a very colorful liner phase in my life. I'm very excited for the palette, the eyeliners, and the glosses. Also in a gloss phase in my life. So we'll see where I am at the launch time on Thursday because I'm very tempted. I didn't even know there was a Raw Beauty Christy Color Pop collab. That seems logical. Just watched her video. I was going to watch the video, but then I was like, I'm going to go live. So that's where I am. Yes, good evening, everybody. Hello, everybody. I think I'm passing out like Christy, but I have too many new palettes. That's also fair. Hey, don't buy things just because you like the person. It's more important to, you know, watch them and interact with their content and support them in those ways that it is to spend money on them. So, just so you know. It kind of looked like Dream Street to me. I only looked at it for 0.5 seconds. To me, it kind of reminded me of one of the Sydney Grace palettes. I feel like, and I might be wrong, that Sydney Grace has like a fall palette, and it kind of reminded me of that. In my mind, I'm like, ooh, the Robbie Christie palette paired with the Good Sport palette would be like, all of the chef's kisses. So, also, full disclosure, I might have gotten the Baby Yoda palette, the child palette. You don't know anything. That launch, buying that palette went shockingly well, and I didn't think it was going to. I had a very easy checkout experience, and I would assume ColourPop is very aware of the kind of crowds they would have doing a Robbie DeChristie collab. So I actually feel like it might be worth trying to get, because I had such a good experience with the Mandalorian palette. We'll see. I kind of, because I'm working when it releases, I'm kind of like, if I happen to have that free second, I'll try. If not, I'm not gonna like stop working to get it. It is what it is. I also have a feeling they'll restock it fairly quickly, because ColourPop's been pretty good about restocking. Abby's here, hey! I think ColourPop learned their lesson on Hocus Pocus. It looks so cute, and the buying process was super smooth. Yeah, so just personally, but like, hey. Also, my friend Amanda, aka Makeup Just for Fun, her swatches on her Instagram of the Robbie Christie palette were very impressive to me. One, because she swatches good. But two, I liked all the colors. I liked how saturated and fall and like foresty they felt. And I was bummed that there were only 2 metallics, but they look like really pretty duochromes. One looks like a green-red flip that would probably pair well with the reds or the greens based on what you pair it with, because I love those kinds of shadows because they take on what you pair it with. Like how I'm wearing this like pink green duochrome. If I just kept it with the pink mattes, it was going to look pink, but I paired it with the green liner, so it kind of brought that out. So I see that working well. There was also kind of like an orangey duochrome, I think. Let me look. Let me go back on them. Amanda's Makeup Just for Fun. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a yellowy, orangey kind of duochrome. The bottom half of mattes, even Santrell looks really good too, though. Fiddlehead, they're all Emerald City. They all look beautiful. So, Teresa's dad, oh my god, it's my mom. My dad was here earlier. I was just bored. I was surprised the swatches look good. Yeah, they looked really saturated and like, whereas every other ColourPop palette looks like you thought about a color and the thought was made into the actual eyeshadow pan, but not like the direct thought, like your neighbor down the street thought about a color, and then you got a glimpse of that thought of the color and then put like that. Does that make sense? Everything's been dusty up to this point. The LaCroix of color. Exactly. That's LaCroix, LaCroix, whatever the hell it's called, is like if a truck of seltzer drives past like a truck of fruit on opposite sides of the road with a barrier in between, or someone packing a seltzer truck thinks really hard about a fruit. That's what LaCroix tastes like. So other ColourPop palettes have been that with color. It's like you think about a color in a different area code, and that translates to the palette. So anyway, my point is the Robbie Christie palette actually looks like, color. It could work for others, like a variety of skin tones. Love that for everyone. So, thinks really hard about a fruit. Sepias, TV static shadows, exactly. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. This is becoming like Lacey's final thoughts of makeup. I don't know what I'm allowed to tease right now, but there might be a series coming to my channel about my thoughts on all kinds of makeup. And I may have a really awesome co-host for this series, and we might have been planning it for like weeks now. That's all I'm going to say. So if you enjoy hearing my unfiltered thoughts on makeup and you follow my Twitter and you see who I frequently rage text about makeup with, and if adult libations, are your thing, you might like the series that I'm planning, that me and other people are planning. So that's my tease. Actually, me and this person need to just kind of go for it probably and film like as soon as possible because I'm ready. I love talking about new makeup. You all know that about me. Like, ask away. I have so much new makeup. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Remy's still asleep. We're good. If at any point he bugs me to go out, obviously I'm piecing him. We're going out, but he might be sleepy until like 10, which is when I have to take him out again. Will it be lives or pre-recorded? I'm fairly certain we're pre-recording. I don't know though. Lacie, hi, Remy is so cute. Thank you. I think so too. Any Terra Moon iridescent multichrome similar to the new Kaleidos highlighter? I don't have the new Kaleidos highlighter in my possession yet. It's on its way to me, I think. I know, who am I that I take a 2-month break and like I'm still getting PR? I don't deserve any of this. Oh my god, I hope no one ever thinks that I'm like bragging or showing off, because I'm not even a functioning YouTuber. But Kaleidos is sending me their new multi-chrome highlighter. I'm very excited to try it because it's looked incredible on people that I've seen use it. And apparently they reformulated a couple things. That's interesting to me. So I'm thinking when I get it, I might do like an overhead video where I just go through their entire catalog of highlighters because I have every single one so far. I don't know if that's a thing people want. I don't know if I'm the first person to do that. Also, I'm very excited because not Melt. Can you imagine if Melt was sending me PR? Get the fuck out of here. Midas is sending me their new brushes, and I've heard through the grapevine that they're incredibly soft and nice. So, you deserve it. I've actually missed you. Thank you. I've missed being on YouTube so much. I've actually been like really beating myself up that I haven't been active on YouTube, and it's actually something I've been talking about to my therapist with, because there's been this like mental block where I know I have to push myself to come back, and once I'm filming again, I'll be back on a routine, everything will be fine. But it's like that mental block of like, you have to do it makes me not do it, which is how I was when I was in college. If I knew I had an assignment due, I would make myself sick with anxiety up until the second that I started doing it finally, once I had like run out of all time, procrastinated to all hell. And then once I was doing it, I was fine. But I would truly make myself physically ill with anxiety until that point. I don't know what that is. I don't know what my problem is. So anyway, I've been wanting to come back. I miss it so much. I miss this. I miss the community. I miss talking about makeup. I miss when people are like, oh, bitch, did you see this makeup thing? And I'm like, oh my god, let me tell you, these are my thoughts. It's so good, you need it. Or like, oh my god, forget it, get this instead. I miss that so much. I really do. So this is kind of what I needed. I needed to word vomit on you all, like always. That plant has moved. What plant? Which plant? This plant? A lot of my plants have moved. When we first got Remy, I didn't know how he would react to plants, so I brought a lot of things up. But he truly doesn't give a fuck about plants. He doesn't give a fuck about anything except treats. I was seeing if he reacted to me saying the words. The one closest to you on your left. This is my left. This one. My moonshine snake plant. I forget. Moonshine Sansevieria. Fancy. Or this one. Is this my left? It just is kind of sad right now, my Monstera Addisonii. I need to replant it, but it's not replanting season, so I don't know what to do, but it definitely needs a bigger pot. My Baby Yoda palette came today. Did you get one? I did, but I only go to my P.O. box on Fridays, so I think it's sitting in my P.O. box, which is fine. It just was like the most perfect green color story. I needed to dip my phalanges in it. I would rather be watching you being your best self, having you feel like you need to make me your content. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you're all here. There's been so many people that have like kept up with me on other social medias and like wished me well and all of this stuff, and I appreciate all of it so much. I made a wish list for Remy actually, and people like got him a couple toys, and that meant so much to me. It all just means so much. You all mean so much to me, and I really want to get back to YouTube. I miss it so much. So if we still have warm weather and you get sun, it might be okay to replant. I think I need to because it's not looking so happy. Oh, I didn't make fun of the new Jeffree Star palette. I don't want to even give it attention. I feel like in 2020 we can move on from giving fucking Darth Vader-esque figures any attention. Blow up the Death Star and move on. That's how I feel. Ugh. Oh, and I already have comments on Remy on my Instagram at spookylipsandfathips. I think if he would have released it like a year or two ago, I could see everyone freaking out, but I feel like we're past this. We're past like an all green palette at this point. I do think, however, the packaging is better than the casino drink purple velvet tray. Like if you've ever been to a casino in Atlantic City and you like hang around on the slots for a while, they'll just bring you free drinks because they want you to stay and spend your money, obviously. And it truly reminds me of the tray that like the servers in casinos hold to give you like your gin and tonic in a plastic glass. As someone who went to school near Atlantic City, that's what it makes me think of. Oh gosh, it got roasted on Tremor. I believe it. His last release didn't do well, if I remember correctly. I'm not shocked. What are your thoughts on the new Beetlejuice X Melt collection? I have a friend who's like losing her mind about this collection, and it's been so funny. We're texting each other back and forth before it was even like released and it was hinted at. We were like, oh my god, did you see it yet? Blah blah. And I saw it, and my first thought was like, wait a damn minute, because it's not in the long pans, and I'm very concerned that because it's not the same pan shape, that it might not be the same formula, and that makes me nervous. And I also, when I saw their holiday collection last year, I don't know if you can see, it's very blurry, but it's right here. I keep it on top of my vanity, so I always have access to the Day of the Dead palettes. When I saw that collection last holiday season, I lost my actual mind. The Melt Muerte palette, thank you. I lost my shit. I did something I almost never do, which is I stayed up till 1 a.m. with like my debit card in hand to buy it because I had to have it. It just, we were saying in the Half Cousins podcast Discord that it just felt like they had poured their heart and soul into that collection, and I had seen nothing like it. And it's just, they were the most beautiful palettes I'd ever seen. I love them. I use those mats all the time. They're so rich and like luscious and saturated and different and interesting. And I had this like pull to this collection. And I don't feel that way about the Beetlejuice collection. If anything, it feels like I want to feel that way about the Beetlejuice collection because I feel like everyone else is really excited about the Beetlejuice collection. And I do love Beetlejuice. Don't get me wrong. I grew up on that shit. I love that shit. But I don't feel that, like, gotta stay up till 1 a.m, debit card in my hand. It's gonna live on top of my vanity forever. Beautiful, perfect, couldn't have been better collection. It just felt like this is a Beetlejuice collection and it's gonna appeal to people who are Beetlejuice fans. So also, I bought that damn 420 palette, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. And I wasn't impressed. I just actually used it very recently. And the lighter mats are fantastic, but the dark mats were like, meh. So, Remy, you good, bud? Just a scratch? Okay. I just wanted more. And I don't trust it to be a good quality. So, I don't know. It's going to just exist in the world. It's not taking up real estate in my brain right now. I don't feel like they captured Beetlejuice in those palettes. I don't either. I don't like the dead space in the palette. I don't like that they're like clunky plastic packaging. I don't know. She's in Parties is a good palette. I did get She's in Parties. Remy, you good? He laid back down. He had to scratch and he laid back down. Yeah, She's in Parties was good. That's what I'm saying. I've had like, for every amazing melt palette, there's one where I'm like, I didn't need to buy this. So, it's going to exist in the world. Muerte and Vita palettes. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of the other one, and I only speak English like an ass. So, and I barely do that. So I didn't also want to butcher it. So thank you. Yeah, I wish they didn't do plastic packaging. Yeah, I didn't like it either. Because even the melt palettes, they're cardboard, but they're like hefty and they feel gorgeous. I don't know. It's just there for me. I'm trying to think. Oh, someone else before asked me about the Nabla palette. I will say, no one judge me. This is a judgment-free zone. I got the Nabla Trend Mood box today because I wanted the new palette. I wanted the glitters, and it was such a good price with the brushes and the mascara that I went for it. And it's my first Trend Mood box that I'm ever purchasing. Maybe my last. I don't know. But I'm such a slut for Nabla eyeshadows and their metallics and their textured glittery shadows and their like cool tone neutrals, and I fuck so hard with cool tone neutrals. I had to have it. So no one judge me. I made that purchase today. I'm trying to think. That's like one of the only things that I've, besides the new Natasha Denona palette. I'm like, there's nothing currently on my wish list besides maybe the Raw Beauty what the hell am I saying? Quisty? Am I losing my mind? Raw Beauty Christy collab. Let's browse through Trend Mood. What is this crap? Wing Goss palette pass. Yeah, there's nothing else on my radar right now. Sir, is there Remy? Do you see him? Sir, are you protecting us? You see him? Are you being a good watchdog? He like only sometimes cares about noises out the window. It's at nighttime he especially gets into like protector mode. So, who was out there, bud? Who was it? Yes, I have a puppy voice. Don't come for me. What are you doing? Remy, what are you doing? You're being silly. He does take his job very seriously. He does pork. He's straight up people watching. It's true. He lays his head on that arm of the couch and just looks out the window. He's defending your homestead. We love a doggy dog. My dog's last night was actually funny because normally he's really good at night. He knows when it's bedtime. We have our routine. He goes for one last walk because we're in an apartment. We're in the city. There's no backyard. It's just we take him out on routine walks, which has actually been good for us because we've been wanting to get more active. So walking every day has made me feel a lot better. Remy, you're a good watchdog. But last night, normally he knows when it's bedtime, we go on one last walk. He gets in bed with me. We both snore. Someone's Marco Poloing me. Last night he had so much energy because he heard a cat screaming someplace in this neighborhood. And then that was it. He just wanted to play and he wouldn't go to bed. And I was late for work this morning because I got like 4 hours of sleep. But it was fine. We're thriving. Audra, I just love how it literally feels like Remy's always been there. That's how I feel. That he's always been there. You good, bud? Going back to sleep? Oh my gosh, Remy. Who is it? Are you saying hi to YouTube? Yeah. He's so cute. Tell us more about Remy. What do you want to know? He's 2. He's going to be 3 in January is what they told me. They don't know his actual birthday, but they know it was January. He is a bull mix. We think he's a bull boxer just based on his size and his borks and his personality. That's a grown man bug. I can't with you all. He is a nice dog. He's a cuddle bug. There's so many pictures on my Instagram of him being the silliest. He was house trained when we got him. He's also obedience trained and he's crate trained, which I had never crate trained a dog before. So that's amazing. And I don't like to use the crate, but there's like a weird 3-hour gap where Matt and I aren't home because I work a 9 to 5 and Matt works evenings. So it's just for those couple hours where we're not home as per our landlady, but he's so good about it. He just gets right in. We leave the door open all the time. And it's like his safe place. He gets in when he wants to. We don't force him in. We don't use it as punishment. It's just his little house basically. And he's just the best. He's the best dog ever. He's such a little cuddle bug. He's the silliest. He has a ridiculous underbite that I love so much. He always kind of looks grumpy, which I can relate to. Do you have a yard or do you walk him? We don't have a yard. We live in an apartment in a city, in a small city, but still a city. So he goes on multiple walks a day. Lots of adventures. We've had a couple of spooky haunted adventures. That's been interesting. But we've done a lot of exploring. A lot of people have told us how beautiful he is. He does not seem to like other dogs. We're going to look into socializing classes that our local Humane Society does because we want to see if that's something that we could work on. I just enrolled for pet insurance today at my job, which felt very adult of me. So he doesn't like, what other fun Remy facts do I have? He doesn't, so because he's a big chunky boy, he's all muscle. He's like 60 pounds. He's not overweight at all. He's good weight. He just got seen by a vet. He's fantastic. But he's big, so Matt and I both need a harness to walk him, which is fine. I've had bigger dogs my whole life. I grew up with Mastiffs and like pit bull mixes and a Rottweiler, so I always put a harness on a big dog. He hates when the harness goes over his head, but he's fine once it's on. So he'll see us like reach for the harness and like try to outrun us to a different part of the apartment, and it's so fucking funny because he thinks that he can outsmart us and he cannot. But once it's over his head, he's fine and we're thriving, and he knows it's walk time and he's so good. He knows weight. He's so good. It's so impressive how smart he is. What's his favorite treat? He loves all treats. So far he's a big fan of pepperoni. Oh, Audra, he puts his paw on you when you stop petting him. That's true. If you're sitting next to Remy and you're petting him and you stop, he gets really frustrated and puts his paw on you and he's like, did I tell you to stop? And it's the funniest thing ever. It's so funny. He also doesn't like new toys unless we pretend that we're eating the toys, and then he's like, oh, I want that, and then he eats the toy. That's really funny. He's so silly. Pet insurance, it's so helpful. You can get harnessed to the clip around the shoulders, no go over the head. Thank you for that. I might look into that because he does not like when it goes over his head, but he doesn't care when it's on. It's silly. Oh, what else about Remy? Remy, what other facts do you like? He really likes pepperoni, like I said. Jordan Harris, who I do the Half Cousins podcast with, as you all know, Jordan sent me a care box of dog things when we first got Remy, which was so nice of her. I appreciated that so much. And it was like toys and treats, and some of them were like duck treats, and there's like cranberry turkey Thanksgiving treats in there that we haven't opened yet, but they're shaped like little Christmas trees. I'm excited to open that. He likes all food. He's a very food motivated, but I'm very particular about what we're giving him because I've had bad experiences with shitty dog food in the past. So anything like people food, I've been Googling if he's allowed to have it beforehand, which you should always do. And just any kind of treats, I kind of double check. But so far, he likes most things. If it's food, he'll eat it. He's very food motivated. Is he a fetching guy? He is. He likes to tug. He has tuggy time and chewy time is what Matt and I have decided. He'll tell you when he wants to play. He'll get all huffy and put his paw on you, and that means that he wants to play. He also really likes to play after he eats and when we come in from a walk. Tuggy time is when he brings you a toy and he wants you to either throw it or tug of war with him. And then chewy time is when he doesn't want to give you the toy and he just wants to sit on the floor and chew a toy. And we've been very good at distinguishing the two. He's the best. We stand and not picking game. Oh, we're so silly. So yeah, that's anything else, Remy? Anything else I'm forgetting? He likes to jump into the bathtub and lick the faucet instead of just drinking water from his bowl. If you have a question, call your vet first. I'll answer your questions over the phone, no charge. Good to know too. He has excellent communication skills. He very much does. We're very good at communicating. We understand each other. Rescue dogs just have quirks. He is quirky. He likes tennis balls. We were gifted a bag of tennis balls when we adopted him, and that's been fun. All kinds of stuff. We've also learned very quickly that not all dog toys are created equal, and that we've had to especially go out of our way to get like bully breed-esque toys that can withstand like really heavy chewing. That's been really fun. Bath time. Is he pro or anti? We haven't taken a bath yet, but we did test the waters literally like 2 days ago because he had hopped in the bathtub. And I was like, well, let's turn the water on and just like get his head a little wet just to see how he reacts. Didn't give a shit. He truly like doesn't care about most things. Someone on my Instagram had asked me how he cares, if he cares about city noises. No, sirens can go by, motorcycles can go by, street sweepers can go by, trains can go by. He doesn't care. But if he hears a person walking through a pile of leaves, he cares. Also, he saw a stray cat once on the corner of our block, and now every time we go for a walk, he has to stare at that corner to make sure the cat isn't back. But that's it. We did give him a Kong. We actually got the original Kong and the super chewy Kong, the really tough one, and we froze peanut butter in it, and that was an experience. He's a legend, TBH. It's funny too. His collar and his harness are Kong. Like he looks decked out like we're sponsored by Kong. We are not. If Kong wanted to sponsor us, we'd take it, but it's so funny. He's literally like head to tail Kong. Kong swag. He's so silly. I feel like I missed questions. It's so nice to have a baby that fits in your flow so well. I agree. He seems like a nice dog. He's the best dog. Really random, but do you have any tips on blushes for POC? Should I go for more of a red tone or a pink tone? I feel like I can't answer that question because I am a sheet of paper. I feel like it would just be personal preference, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm the worst person to ask. Kong makes heavy duty stuff. Kong sponsor Lacie. Kong sponsor Remy. If you need a recommendation for a harness, the Joyride harness is amazing from Instagram. I know it sounds like a scam, but it's the best harness ever. We had to get him a seatbelt too because he is so good in car rides. He couldn't be better. He gets right up and he loves going for rides. He loves looking out the window, but he kept trying to wander into the passenger seat. So we got like something that clips to his harness to the seat. It's not the best safe thing, but it helps. And that's been really good. He's so good. Any makeup products you are loving? Where do I start, Gabby? Are we really getting into this right now? Because I'll go there if you all want me to go there. First of all, every damn cheek thing that Ritual Defy makes. I am obsessed with their Inner Glow cream pigments. I am obsessed with their highlighters. I am obsessed with those like bomb things they came out with. Fuck me up. Oh, side note, jumping back to Remy. Why the name Remy? Remington is the name that he came with. And I feel like calling him by his full name is kind of like when I call Matt Matthew. It's like for when I'm annoyed. So we've been shortening his name to Remy, and he responds to that. And that's his name. That's the name he came with, and I wasn't going to change it. Remington, oh my God, why? I don't know. We had a foster dog, not a foster dog. We had a rescue dog growing up. Her name was Foxy. And I remember my dad couldn't stand that her name was Foxy, so he always tried to call her Roxy, but her name was Foxy. And I just feel like that's the name they came with, and he's had that name for 2 years. I can't change it. But yeah, the makeup. The Ritual Defy, like pretty much all the cheek products. What else have I been really liking? Oh my God. The Patrick Ta blush duos, but specifically in the shade She's So LA. This is like my favorite blush that's ever been made. I wore this on my wedding day. I love this color. It's just brown. Love that for me. The Dior Backstage highlighter quads, the new ones that came out for the holidays. I got the rose gold one and the yellow gold one. I'm not sure what the yellow gold one is called. But I got both of those. Also, because of Hannah Louise Poston, the e.l.f. Active Workout Ready Lip and Cheek Palette. This is so good. I've been wearing cream cheek products every day, if you haven't noticed. What else? Ooh. The BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin Brunch Palette. This is so good. These textured metallics, I wear them and then I like Marco Polo and I'm like, Pat McGrath? No, that's BH Cosmetics. So good. The mattes are so good. I've been really into, sorry if my audio is getting weird because I'm turning. I've been really into like Odin's Eye Cosmetics. I got every single eyeshadow palette they make. I love, especially the ones with the smaller pans. They have pressed glitters in them, which I fuck with pressed glitters. I know not everyone does. It's a very controversial opinion. I absolutely love the Odin's Eye palettes. I think they're so good. They're another brand that really has amazing textured metallics. What else is in my immediate grab? Oh God, oh God. Oh man, the Danessa Myricks highlighter palette. This was something that my friend Tony from the Regular Girl Reviews told me to get. Check out her Instagram, her Twitter, and her podcast. Tony is one of my dearest friends and favorite people that I've ever met doing social media. And I know if Tony likes it, then it's good. She told me to get this Danessa Myricks Lightwork palette. And I wore this on my wedding day. This is so fucking good. And I am obsessed with cream cheek products right now. But this is one of the best powder highlighters I've ever used in my life. And you look at it and you're like, this isn't anything extraordinary. There's all different kinds of highlighters in the world. This shit is so good. Oh man, I'm just grabbing fistfuls of liner. The LA Girl liners. I have both the pastel ones and the Shockwave neon liners. I've been wearing this Pastel Dreams Auto Liner in the shade Magic Mint. I'm not kidding you, for 14 hours. This is how it looks after 14 hours. I didn't touch up once. I worked a full day. I walked my dog twice. So take that for what you will. What else is within reach? These Maybelline lifter glosses, the new Midas Cosmetics lip glosses, as well as their cake liner palettes. Oh my God. What else do I have? Oh my gosh. Speaking of Midas, the Neon MUA collab face palettes. At first I was like, I don't need this. I have a million contour palettes, a million cheek palettes, blah, blah. This is such a good bronze. I use the cooler toned powder as my bronzer, and it is so good. And this highlighter, oh my god. It's like the texture of a Super Shock shadow. Are you fucking kidding me? I will say I have an affiliate code with Midas Cosmetics, which is my first ever affiliate code, and I was very happy to take that code because I really like what they're doing. I like that Midas seems to be going into a clear message of inclusive makeup, not only with the collab with Darius, but also they did the pastel palettes in 2 different varieties, one for deeper skin tones, one for lighter skin tones. So when the owner, Rocio, was like, do you want a code? I was like, hell yeah, absolutely. So I do have an affiliate code. It'll save you 20% off. I will earn a small commission from that. However, if you're going to get the Neon MUA collabs, I suggest you use the code Neon MUA because it's Darius's baby. He deserves that. He knocked it out of the park with this. Nobody else has done what he was able to do with this collection of palettes. So use his code 100% if you're going to get those face palettes. That being said, what else am I obsessed with? Oh, there's this indie brand I found through Mariah Leonard. It's called Claropsyche. I think I'm saying it right. I couldn't put these palettes down when I got them. And I also just got their liner palette, but I haven't used it yet in full disclosure because I've been using the Midas liner palettes. These look like just pastel palettes, but these are some of the best pastel shadows, especially this white palette, that I've ever used in my life. These mattes are so good. They're so pigmented. I've never had pastel matte shadows that are as pigmented and as beautiful as these Claropsyche palettes. Also, hi, Hannah Louise Post and Hannah. I've talked about you probably like 20 times already in this live stream. I was asked what makeup I'm into lately, and boy, howdy, do I have so much makeup I'm into lately. Oh, I found another box of makeup. What's in this one? More Ritual to Feast stuff. More Maybelline glosses. I got the new Kimchi Pearl highlighter. Pearl's Gone Wild. I'll be very honest with you all. I have not liked most things that I've tried from Kimchi Chic. But then I saw this on their Instagram and I was like, okay, I have to try one more thing. So this is one of the most beautiful duochrome highlighters I've ever seen. In the words of my mother, Teresa's dead. This is take me to your leader so I can fuck him and your entire family. Oh, Hannah, thank you. Stop it. You didn't have to do that. I had something black on my hands. Ignore that's mark, but it's so pretty. Oh my god. So it's very shiny. I was into that. Thank you, Hannah. Stop it. You didn't have to do that. Oh, but I did. What else have I been really excited about lately? This crown that I wore on my wedding that I'm really excited for. What else? What is in my... Oh my gosh. This was another Tony, the Regular Girl Reviews suggestion. The Uma Beauty foundation. I don't know how I'll ever use another foundation again as long as I live. This is the best foundation that's ever been created by man. So unless the gods come down and give me an even better foundation, this is all I need in my life. I don't have them at close proximity, but the new Duo Melt blushes that are like super metallic, I was very impressed by those because they look like they're just going to be like highlighter sheen on your cheeks, but they blend out in the most beautiful glowy glow. It doesn't look like as shocking as if you used an actual highlighter on your cheeks, which is something that I would do and have done. They're really fantastic. I feel like I lost so much. It's a little fox supporting hearts, so I did. The crown is so pretty. Thank you. The crown is from Etsy. excuse me one moment as I find the shop, because the owner was very kind and I wanted to make sure I had it by a certain date because I kind of last minute got my orders, not my orders, but my whole outfit together. So let's see. You good, Ren? I think the shop is called SHICO. I'm going to say that again. The Etsy shop is called SHICO. Right now they have a bunch of jewelry and like Christmas tree stuff and blah, blah, blah. Is there a name for this crown? Pearl wedding tiara? Branches tiara? I don't know. They were very kind to me. It got to me very fast. I love this crown. I've been very tempted to put my iconic hat on hold to make like the crown my thing, but I feel like that would be a lot. Also, I love this crown that I wore on my wedding day. I'm not getting married, but if I was, yeah, my whole aesthetic for my wedding was like forest witch, so that's what I went for. You did miss the Dior face palette discussion, but we can get back into that. Because I have one of the original ones, but I got the pure gold, I misspoke, the pure gold and the rose gold ones after lusting after the preview and then being in like every country but America for the longest time. These are so good. I'm sorry, I don't want to be that person that says Dior is worth it, but like, are you fucking kidding me? I know, I don't want to be that person, but I'm going to be that person for like a second. They're so good. They're so good. Oh my God. I bought one of the original ones because of Teresa. And then I saw these ones and I was like, oh my good God. I'm sorry. I'm not ever going to say that luxury makeup is worth it. It's just that I've wanted one for literally 2.5 years. Where's my original one? Hold on. Hannah, I know you've been wanting one for 2.5 years, and I don't want to tell you that it's like worth every penny because I can't say that. Obviously, what is in the land of makeup, not just Hannah, but all people, what is worth it to you is objective to your circumstances. I'm very aware of that. However, have I ever been upset that I bought these Dior palettes? No. Did I put it on my face as early as today? Yes, you can't see it because that part has worn off my face and I'm left with the cream cheek. But where's my other... This all has to be dealt with. I had a friend over a couple days ago that I work with, so we're already kind of in each other's like social bubble, so I didn't feel weird about having her over because we work together in close proximity. But anyway, she was over my house recently and I went through my entire collection with her and she took like so much makeup home with her. And we had everything organized and then I went to the P.O. box once after not being able to go for a couple weeks. So now I'm back at a mess. I love that you showed us LA Girl liners and then some Dior. That's my brand, is like I will get just as excited over some $2 eyeliners as I will some $40 Dior highlighters. The longest plot arc on your acclaimed television drama, Hannah Louise Poston. I agree with that. The Dior palettes do seem to be the longest arc on your channel. It's fine in all caps. Someone before said, I love how excited you get about makeup. I'm always excited about makeup. I'm excited about makeup 24/7, 365, which is why I have to get back to YouTube because no one in my life cares. So what eyeliner? LA Girl liner? Oh, favorite places to shop. I am like not a clothing person. I've had this shirt for like 2 years at this point. I like TJ Maxx. I like Macy's Backstage. I like Marshalls. Sometimes I like Kohl's when they send us that 30% off coupon. I really don't care about clothes. I would rather invest my time and life into makeup and my dog. Thanks. I've had this shirt for like 2 years and it's linen and I love it because it's like a baby pink color. I'm here for it. Ross. Ross is another good one. Yeah, I love me a discount find because my whole life is like my actual hat, not the crown, my hat, various different tops, and then like the same 3 pairs of black ripped jeans like that and boots. That's like my capsule wardrobe that I cycle through every day. And then at work, it's like dresses and work pants. So what about jewelry? Oh, goodness. I make a lot of my own necklaces. I didn't make this. This is from Etsy. Chances are, if you've seen me wear a necklace, I've most likely made it myself. This ring is from Historic Smithville in New Jersey, if anyone knows where that is. This ring is from a festival that happens in South Jersey called the Cranberry Festival, if anyone knows what that is. This turtle ring was my dad's when he was a teenager, and I never take it off. This ring on my thumb was a gift from my mother-in-law. This ring was also from Historic Smithville, if anyone in New Jersey knows where that is. My wedding ring is from Etsy. My wedding ring's from Etsy, and so is my engagement ring. My earrings have been in my ears forever. My spider nose ring and my septum ring are from an Etsy shop called Rock Your Nose. They're Canadian. They're fantastic. I've had the spider ring for well over a decade. It's sterling silver. It's perfect. Chef kiss. And all of my necklaces and pendants that I normally wear come from everywhere. They come from Etsy. They come from fairs. They come from keychains that I've ripped apart and turned into necklaces. They've come from craft stores. I just throw shit on black cord and call it a day. Jewelry equals the crown. Honestly, just wear anything in the crown and you're done. Seriously, I should wear this to work. At my desk doing paperwork. And people who walk by to drop off paperwork can be like, "You good?" And I could be like, "Yeah," and just keep typing and not make eye contact. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I've been excited about lately? A lot of things. Where is my other Dior palette would be the question. Oh, the Nabla Cutie palettes are another one that have been fantastic for me. Anyway, we could do this all night. We could do the whole what is Lacie excited about all night thing because the answer is most makeup. That's the answer. Oh, I'm trying to get my life organized so that tomorrow morning when I go to work, I'm not like, what the hell is happening? Actually, I will never remember what Etsy store this was because it was years and years and years ago. But I had just seen the original the original Evil Dead for the first time with the Sam Raimi masterpiece with Bruce Campbell, more chef kisses. And there's like a weird plot point in that movie of like a magnifying glass necklace. And like that night I went on Etsy and was like, I need a magnifying glass necklace. So that's where this came from. I have a couple magnifying glass necklaces actually. I love them. So I did talk about the Raw Beauty collab. I'm excited for it, and I think it's more Raw Beauty Christy than the Pure palette. That's my opinion. Checking on the pup. He's fine. So yeah, that's where I am. Also, everyone about makeup. I'm trying to think, what else am I excited about besides everything? Glitter. I'm just excited about glitter in general. That's a thing. Oh, these Dior palettes, man. I'm looking at them and I'm like they just make my heart happy. These have like, out of all of the luxury things I've bought, these and like the Burberry highlighters have been the absolute most worth it in my opinion. And select Pat McGrath eyeshadows. Oh my god, we've been doing this for an hour. Time makeup. The chat's not moving. Are you all still here? Yes, you are. Okay. Have you tried Lemonhead? I have. I actually have a shit ton of Lemonhead glitters, and I found out that the owner of Lemonhead might not be a good person. So now I don't know how I feel about Lemonhead anymore. I really got into Slayfire Cosmetics. They make a biodegradable glitter, and they're very beautiful. They have all different kinds of colors that are so stunning. So I've been fucking with them a lot. Thoughts on a new Kaleidos highlighter. I cannot wait to cover my entire face in it. Truly, I want to bathe in the new Kaleidos highlighter. Any good TV shows you've been watching? I watched Haunting of Bly Manor, and I loved it. And unpopular opinion, I actually liked it more watching it a second time through, because I feel like you get more out of it watching it through the second time. But everyone in my life is like, what's wrong with you? We've also been watching Letterkenny for the 8th millionth time. It's the best show ever. I truly used to always see advertisements for Letterkenny and be like, what is this show even about? That seems so lame. And then we just took the plunge and watched it. It's the best show. I could watch it on a loop so much. It's such a good show. Kind of wanted into glitters because of Ash, Levyson, and Moonlook. I don't know what that means, but glitters are fun. But use responsibly, because your eyeballs are worth protecting. Hell yeah, I'm going to buy it and glow forever. The multichrome highlight looks so good. Do you like Vikings, the show? I've never watched it, personally. It's very hard to get me into TV shows. My older brother, when I lived with him, learned this, and Matt's kind of learned this, that I'm not like a media person. I'm not like a big TV show person. I'm not a big movie person. You kind of have to trap me. You have to put it on in the background and then have me be in the room. And then it will like capture me enough that I'll sit and want to finish the whole thing. That happened with Breaking Bad. That happened with The Walking Dead. It was kind of just like on in the background. And then I got so like entranced that I had to finish it. So I'm not the big TV person. That's why we rewatched Letterkenny 8 million times. Watching Blind Manor, all I could hear was Teresa saying, perfectly splendid. Every time I watch a show with an English accent where like the actors are English, I develop the worst English accent and torture my husband with it. So if it's a TV show, I need to be able to fully finish it so I can binge watch from start to finish. Exactly. I'm the same way. It has to just exist. I don't want to wait for things. Novel glitters look so pretty, but my eyeballs are scared. Same, TV is kind of boring to me. I've been binge watching drag queens on YouTube. Yeah, I'm a YouTube person, obviously, as we all know. And I play a lot of video games. More often than not, if I'm not at work or in a way where you all can see that I'm online, I'm playing a video game. I still feel like you and Steven Universe are a match made in heaven. I know. I trust you. I believe you. You're not the first person who's told me that I would love Steven Universe. I need to just commit. But also, I don't like just sitting and watching. I'm always on my phone. So it has to be a show that I could like just zone out with. Or else I'll be like, wait, what just happened? And rewind it 1,000 times. But with Bly, it caught my attention immediately, so I was able to just binge watch it. I really liked Bly. I really, really did. Let's see. Are you excited for Cyberpunk 2077? I feel like it keeps getting pushed back, so I have no opinions. I've been playing Stardew Valley for the millionth time because I know they're getting ready to do an update, so I've been prepping myself for the update. So I've been playing that, but I've also been playing the scariest video game that I've ever played in my entire life called Visage. I think it's Visage. Visage. Not for the faint of heart. I got it on the summer Steam sale. When Steam did their summer sale, I spent like Sephora VIB Rouge sale level money on the Steam sale. Alex, if Alex is still in here, he can attest. It was like, Spooky Lacie just bought this. Spooky Lacie just bought this and this and this and this. Like, I kept popping up because I bought so much during that sale. But I'm finally in a place mentally where I could play video games again, so I got very excited. Anyway, Visage, I think it's Visage, is the actual scariest video game I've ever played in my life, to the point where I can only play it in like spurts, and then I have to stop and detox with like Stardew Valley. This is so scary. I'm not even kidding. And then I was trying to watch like YouTubers play it just to see if I can get through it. And it's the best horror game I've ever played, and that it's almost impossible to play by how scary it is. Especially like noise canceling headphones, empty apartment. Scary as fuck. I was trying to play it yesterday, and then like Remy moved and scared the shit out of me. So I think Lacie with like the new She-Ra reminds me of Mermista reminds me of Misa. I've also been told I would like the new She-Ra. Are you still playing Animal Crossing? I haven't in a while, and now it's at that point where I'm afraid to go back because I don't want my villagers to yell at me. So, oh, Visage, face in French. Ooh, She-Ra and the Princess of Power. Let's see what else. Let me pull up my Steam. Am I still here? You didn't lose me, right, guys? I'm still here, even with it. Okay, I'm good. Let's see. What have I been playing? I feel like I'm the last person on earth to play Doki Doki Literature Club, which is like a free horror game that you can get off Steam. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to ruin anything. What else? My brother got me to buy Don't Starve. That's been fun. I played the Blair Witch game twice. I went through this period of like 2 months where I could not stop playing Darkest Dungeon. That is a shockingly good game. I didn't think I would like a turn-based style dungeon crawler, but it's so good because it's very Lovecraftian, and I love Lovecraftian kind of inspired stuff. Let's see what else. We also got I think it's the PlayStation Now subscription, and I could play that on my computer. So I've been playing Silent Hill 2 a lot. So Darkest Dungeon makes me so stressed. You're strong. I couldn't stop playing it. Little Hope just came out. I'm going to wait for Little Hope to go on sale because I don't like buying horror games at full price because that's expensive. Doki Doki was hilarious when Game Grumps played it. Yeah, that game's a lot. Not for the faint of heart. I'll say, I feel like I missed the message. I sort of want to get into Minecraft, but I've heard it's a resource hog. I was really into Terraria for a very long time. Oh, yeah. I feel like someone else talked about Doki Doki, but Lovecraft Country I don't have, but it's on my wish list. Have you played Resident Evil? I have 2 and 4 on my Steam shop. I've played 4 through 8 million times in my life. I also was playing Slender, The Arrival for 5 seconds. It didn't really keep my attention. Oh, I also made my brother and Alex is Dead both buy this game called Pacify, which is like a jump scare game. I was playing Layers of Fear for a while. The Forest is one of the most terrifying games I've ever played in my life. What else? I downloaded Among Us, but I've yet to play it. But everyone in my life was like, buy it. So I did. What's the other spooky game that everyone's been playing? Everyone's been playing that one ghost hunting game, and my brother bought it for me, and I'm supposed to play with him, but I haven't yet. What is it called? It's like Phasmophobia. Ooh, and it says update. I'm going to update it. I haven't played it yet, but I have it. Lovecraft Country is definitely on my to-watch list. Among Us is awesome. Have you watched Lovecraft Country? Okay, so it's a show, not a game. There is a Lovecraft game on my Steam list. It's not that. What's it called? Store, wish list. Am I just being dumb right now? Probably. Call of Cthulhu. Duh. I thought there was something else on my... I don't know. Anyway. Alien Isolation's also on my wish list. Outlast 2. Prey. Witch Hunt. Couple Dead by Daylight expansions. Song of Horror Complete Edition. I don't even remember what that is, but it's in my wish list, so... Hey, I just got here. Is this going to be posted to your channel after you finish live? Yes. I don't know if anyone will want to watch it, but yeah. Hades Until Dawn. Maybe it's Until Dawn that I'm thinking of. I don't know. Cthulhu Calling. Do you accept the charges? There's a bunch of stuff on my wish list. If it's a high-rated horror game, it ends up on my Steam wish list. Checking on my puppy. The problem is, like I said, like with Visage, I don't know. Someone corrected me before. I'm so sorry. Like with that, if I play it for too long in an empty apartment, it gets in my brain, and then I have to like immediately play Stardew Valley for the millionth time to like fix it. So it's a Jordan Peele show. Oh, then it's probably very good. Also, don't apologize for typos because I can barely speak English, so we're fine. So anyway, moral of the story is my whole life is visage is the correct way to say visage. Okay, visage. It's really, really scary. If you have a desktop computer and it can handle a video game, I would look into it if you're looking for something to give you nightmares, or just watch other people play it and give yourself nightmares. Like Michelle. Visage? What? I just looked up Visage and I was like, nope, nightmares not tonight. Yeah, it's truly the scariest game I've ever played in my life. Truly. What was I saying before? We got PlayStation Now subscriptions, and I was playing Silent Hill 2 for a while on the computer because I hadn't played it in forever. And I saw it was available, and I was like running with a credit card, like, buy the damn subscription, we need it. Strictly speaking, it's more like visage, French person here. Visage. That sounds right, but I'm also like not good at this. Visage. Dude, video games are even scarier than movies because you're like totally immersed in the game. Exactly. And with the big headphones, it's like you hear the noise behind you and you're like, oh my God. Like it's the worst, but also the best. And I haven't been able to mentally handle playing scary games for a very long time. So it feels so nice to be like well enough to scare the shit out of myself. That sounds so dumb, but that's how I feel. You're doing it great. Thank you. Visage. Now I need to stop. So yeah, my whole life has been dog, work, makeup, video games. Not necessarily in that order. And that's where we are now. That's the moral of the story. That's where I am. How's the doggo doing? He is definitely currently asleep. That's good. I'm also French and you're pronouncing it. Thank you. My makeup channel will just be me saying French makeup words. I would watch that. Personally. I think that's most people's lives right now. Yeah. Every once in a while, it'll like hit me that I want to leave the apartment and go someplace that isn't work. And that I can't. And I get like this like sinking feeling of like, I feel kind of trapped. But I guess, you know, okay, an endorsement from Lacie. Like, I know it could be worse, and I'm very thankful to be in the position I am where I can even go to work right now. I don't take anything for granted, but like, it's truly like my weekend will come and I'll be like, well, I guess I'm staying home, because truly I can count how many times I've been out since this whole pandemic started before work, besides work, I should say. On one hand, I've been to Target, or two hands, excuse me. I've been to Target exactly 5 times, spread out between now and from March to now. And I've cried 3 of those 5 times. I've gone to CVS once, and I cried in the car, and I cried after getting out. So that was fun. And then my wedding day, to celebrate, we went to a local cidery, and I was so scared because it was my first time going out to eat. But we got a table like really far away from people, and they had a really good setup where like you ordered food and they placed it on another table where like no people were around. They texted you when your food was ready so you can get up and get it from this other table. And we were far away from people, and when it started to get a little too crowded, we like bounced and went back to my house. But I cry because I'm scared. I'm scared shitless, not to be like a bummer or a downer, but I work in like the medical field, to just be very vague without being specific at all and without giving too much detail at all. And I've personally like spoken with people who have been affected by COVID. I've heard the worst of it. I've seen the worst of it. Matt worked as a DSP in a group home that got hit with COVID, and we've seen the worst case scenario of it. And I also see people not taking it seriously every day and putting my health and my family's health at jeopardy every day. And I see like people going out to eat and posting on their social medias and being out in the world and like acting like everything's normal. And I'm terrified. I'm genuinely terrified every time we leave the house. And I think there was a moment where I was starting to get like a little bit numb to it and kind of be like, well, this is life now, blah, blah, blah. And then I've kind of circled back as cases have been rising and starting to get more terrified again because it's so real. And I'm just very aware that I go out into the world and go to work every day, and Matt goes out into the world, into work every day, and we see people face to face, and it makes me want to panic. It makes me want to panic to go to, when I have to go to Target so I can get things for dinner, and I see people not wearing their mask correctly and like being too close and not social distancing, not giving people space and dilly-dallying and like window shopping instead of just getting what they're coming for and leaving. It fills me with panic. And that's why I'm fully aware of every time I've gone to Target. That's why I'm fully aware that I know 100% it was 5 times. That's why I've been to CVS once. I went out to eat that one time, and I don't want to go out to eat again until I can really feel like it's safe. It's almost like I don't trust people. So I don't know. It sucks. I don't want to be in a position where I'm crying every time I go out. I don't want to be in a position where I'm this terrified to go to the store, but I also know maybe it's best right now because of how bad everything is. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to cope like the rest of you all are. Anyway, moral story is there are times, it's not Remy, it's a car, when I come home and like it's not the work week anymore, and I'm like, I miss when we used to like go to Barnes & Noble every weekend, go get ramen every weekend, have a life outside of this apartment. But it's also nicer now that I have Remy because I'm at least walking around outside now. Like, we're alone and we're dog walking and we're avoiding people. But that's been nice because that physically gets me out of the house in a way that's exercise, in a way that's not work. And it's like something, it's like I also have company because it's been really hard for me to not see my family. That's really sucked. A lot of my pandemic depression has come from, 1, being scared, but 2, being very upset that I can't be with my parents and my siblings. So that sucks. And I know so many people are in the same position. Like, my parents watched us get married through FaceTime. And it's just, I know so many people who are in similar situations. I know so many people who are in worse situations, so I don't want to complain. So yeah, moral story is, I think a lot of us have, taken to finding camaraderie through YouTube, through video games, through our pets, stuff like that. Which is also, again, why I've been wanting to come back for a hot second now, because I miss community. I miss people. I miss like sharing my life with people. I miss talking, communicating. So yeah, this got on such a bummer. I'm sorry. It's been such a weird time. I know everyone knows that. I'm hoping maybe things get better going forward, because I know our president-elect, Joe Biden, has already brought together a pandemic task force. So I'm hoping things get better. I really am. It's just like, I'm almost at a point where it's like, I can't imagine things going back to normal. And I'm not going to use the phrase new normal because I know that's like even I'm so sick of hearing that. But it's to the point where I'm like, I don't know if there'll ever not be plexiglass up, if we'll ever not have masks on, if we'll ever like hug people. Like, I am a hugger. I love being with people. If I'm like with you and we're talking, I'm the kind of person that like Like, we'll touch you when we're talking and like put my hand on you, you know, when within reason. If you're not into people touching you, I won't touch you. But like my friends, I'm always like, oh my god, blah, blah. Like I'm a very touchy-feely, lovey person, and it's just like the whole thing's so weird. So Marco Polo has been fun though. I wish Marco Polo would sponsor me because I Marco Polo everyone. I've bullied so many of my friends into getting Marco Polo because that's really nice to have like that little blurb of like a video where you're seeing the person's face and hearing their voice is so nice and comforting. So that's been really fun. Like I think about like how Teresa and Alex are like 2 hours away from me, such a reasonable drive, and I can't see them. I can't see two of my closest friends. And it just sucks. Like I can't go see my parents. That sucks. It all sucks so much. I know so many people are in the same boat. So just moment to vent for a second. I don't even know how we got on this subject. We're talking about all of us being in the same boat because of video games. So yeah. I feel starved. I'm a hugger too. Exactly. Nothing will ever be the same again. I think in some ways that might be good. The way that this community has been together and helped each other, though, has been so inspiring and heartwarming. I would agree. It's been really nice. Like, obviously, things with the election have been very heavy and stuff. And there are things, obviously, that I care about deeply. Like, I care deeply about the election we just had. I care deeply about politics in general and, like, you know, Black Lives Matter and things like that. I care deeply about these issues, about LGBTQ rights, systemic racism, voter suppression, like police brutality, like all the things that have been kind of in the news as this has been happening. I care deeply about those things. And I'm never going to be like, and I don't want to think about it, fingers in my ear, ignoring the news, blah, blah, blah person. But I also recognize that there needs to be moments where we are just talking about makeup and it's simple and it's surface level and it's a break. And I need to have that balance of like being aware of my surroundings, being a contributing member to society, standing up for what I believe in, educating myself, educating people around me, but also unplugging when I can and allowing myself to feel joy as well. So trying to balance those two things has been interesting, and I agree. I think Remy is also going to be like medicine because he already has been. He's probably so annoyed that I haven't been cuddling him for this last hour and a half because he is normally we're both at each other's side. So an emotional support Remy. He 100% is. He's my little fuzzy serotonin boost. On that note, it's been an hour and a half. I should go check on my pooch. And I need water. I don't know if he does, but I definitely need water because my throat's starting to hurt from talking for an hour and a half straight. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, I am going to get going because also Matt's going to come home soon. So yeah, I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. Bring the dog to the live stream. He's sleeping and he doesn't like to come into the alcove very often, except for that one time I was on my chair at the vanity when my friend was over, and then he started getting all huffy that I was on the chair and made me get up, and then he stole my chair. And the photo of that is on my Instagram. He's a beauty boy. So, but anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. This was like really good for me. This was like a really good, like soul cleansing live. I feel like I really needed this. I hope to be back to like normal videos, hopefully this week or next weekend. I have like a lot of collabs planned for December that I'm very excited about. I have that series that I hinted to you all that's coming that I'm so fucking excited about. I'm excited about makeup in general. Like you guys saw me. I could talk about makeup for hours and I plan to. So I love you all so much. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope you all have a good night and stay safe and continue to wear your mask and wash your hands and stay aware of what's happening with this election because there are still some senator races going on that are very important. Pay attention to the news, pay attention to causes, pay attention to each other, be as there for each other as we can while being separate. Be good. Care about other people. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.